Hi guys, it's Jamie from Taylor Walsh, joined with Charles Hart of Lionheart Mortgage Solutions. Right?
Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning. Yeah, and obviously the amazing Phil Harris from
Morning, chaps. How we doing?
Conveyancers. So we are the property hub as such. We have a 3-storey office in central Milton Keynes, and we are all based within the same building. So we are the property hub, all under one roof property solution. So if you're looking to buy, sell, we are all under one roof for the advice. And this is the first video we're doing, isn't it, guys?
First of many, hopefully.
First of many,
We just wanted to
absolutely,
chew the fat, really, and let you know what goes on behind closed doors and what's happening with us, really. I mean, it's been manic, hasn't it?
Absolute madness. Absolute
Really-
madness.
it really
Only
has.
one word for it, isn't it, really? But I think in a good way. The market's very, very strong, very, very busy, lots of transactions going
Absolutely,
through.
yep.
Nice to see everything's going faster than last lockdown. The first one was terrible. Everyone was
We're getting
taking
used to it now,
twice
aren't
as
we?
long, but now it's,
The industry knows what they're doing now.
yeah.
Business as normal insofar as we can. So, yeah, good, busy likewise for
It's
for
going to be manic for you,
Rossi.
isn't it? Everyone for the stamp duty holiday trying to
Yeah,
play catch up for this dreaded end that's
absolutely.
happening.
It's going to be a busy, well, we've got 7 weeks now, so not long. But, you know,
How
putting
are you
out all the
finding it? Searches and things, are they all slowed down to the point where people are now going to not be able to...
At the
information
moment,
they
if
want.
you're starting a transaction now, you've got a particular set of circumstances. The stars kind of have to align if it's going to go through before the end of March. And what we're finding is that agents and brokers who are probably involved in the transaction before we get to it as lawyers, so you two, responsible agents and brokers are making sure that their clients are lined up, prepared for in case we don't get that extension to the stamp duty or in case we don't meet that deadline. So we're not really seeing kind of too many new clients worried. Obviously, you've got your existing client base and pipeline that are already in the system, which are all at various stages. Anything that started towards the end of January has got a pretty good stab at getting through now. As you say, the biggest bottleneck we're finding is searches, which are taking, depending on the area, particularly in Milton Keynes, 4 or 5 weeks. But other than that, the name of the game is just doing what you can to get your clients ready and get them lined up and give them the best shot. And that's what we're doing at the moment. And touch wood, I think we're looking good.
Fantastic.
I don't know about you, but we're saying to all of our clients, just prepare to pay the stamp duty just in case. Everything we can do, we'll do. Anything out of your control, what you don't want is to get a phone call on the 1st of April that says you've got to find another 5-10 grand. That's going to hurt, isn't it?
That's definitely the right advice. I think for anybody that's been buying a house in the last 3-4 weeks, been tying something up, I think everybody needs to be aware right now. If we're beginning of February, someone wants to buy a house right now and they've got 2 months almost to get the deal through.
Yeah.
In a normal world, then actually it probably would have happened and we could have got it through in 2 months quite easily. However, right now, I think we're struggling with, like you say, searches taking longer, surveys taking longer. And that's one of the things in the mortgage world, isn't it, right now? We're seeing surveys. Normally, you'd book a survey, it would happen within 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Now you're booking a survey and we've been told 3 weeks' time you'll have a surveyor come.
Yeah.
Which is a huge disadvantage to everyone wanting to push a transaction through as quick as they can.
And we've seen that more this week, actually, as well,
Really?
already. Yeah, so it's kind of been okay until this point. And I think now we're hitting that crunch of stamp duty, pushing it back. And I won't name names. One lender this week said to us they're going to take 10 days to book the survey in. Which sounds chaotic, isn't it? And we said to them, it's one phone call. Can you just make it today quickly? There's always a process, there's an order and this kind of thing, and we're doing everything we can, and we're at escalations where we can, and bringing the urgent cases further forward, obviously, where possible. But we are starting to see some delays. Mortgage offers aren't the problem. To be honest with you, anyone applying for a mortgage now will have an offer in February. Apart from the most extreme examples, without a doubt. Within a week to 2 weeks is absolutely normal still across the range. And some lenders, the high streets are doing it in 24 to 48 hours again. So the mortgage offer side of it, thankfully is a bit easier, subject to valuation. We're still seeing more online surveys. Don't know if you've seen that as well.
Absolutely. Still lenders doing these desktop and online surveys, which is great to see that. A year, 18 months ago, wasn't really a thing. So that's a big positive, I think, that's come out of COVID and the lockdowns in terms of, as I say, the industry becoming more flexible and changing. Because we know property is quite an old school industry. Things don't change too much too often. So it's nice to see that. And that's hopefully something that will stay going forward because it has made life a little bit easier in terms of getting that survey booked and turned around. So that, likewise, seeing that still plenty at the
There are pros and cons to it. I think before lockdown, round one, should we say, over a year ago, there was only a few banks doing it, really, and it was at the lowest loan to value possible. Thing, was it? Yeah, it was, but only in the niche kind of that kind of corner. But now everyone seems to be doing it, and they've increased the loan to value. The pros of it, of course, are it's much faster. Gets it through quicker. The downsides are some of them you can't appeal. So if it comes out wrong, you're trusting a computer to give you an answer potentially, or online data only. And I think from valuing houses, you see one house, it could have been bought under market value, over market value, for all you know. So add a percentage to that doesn't guarantee the right price. But this is where your broker steps in, challenges it, has the comparables ready to go, has other options for lenders we can go to potentially as well. So there are ways around it, and we can use the pros to our advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. As with anything, there's pros and cons.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's nice to have more options because, let's say that bit of flexibility makes all the difference. So it has made all the difference in the last year. What with a very difficult set of circumstances, and as I say, I think for the most part, we've still been able to look after our clients and between the three of us and deliver, on the cases that we've got. So,
and that's it, isn't it? And it's about having that smooth transaction, and I think that's certainly helping. So, like the setup we have now has been golden for us, especially because we know for a fact that everything under one roof is brilliant. Someone rings up and says, "What's happening with this?" I wander down the stairs and I speak to you guys and say, "What's happening with this?" And we get an answer within 5 minutes, not having to wait a week for someone to respond by email or find out where we're at. And I think it is just at the moment, it's about just having a smooth transaction, having the right people in place along the way.
Those famous stairwell chats.
The famous stairwell chats.
We get a lot done in those 30 seconds. Absolutely.
Well, we do though, don't we? And that's the thing. It's just about that, and it's keeping the clients updated at all times so they know what's happening. And that's the key to it. That's the key.
Communication is the name of the game with any transactions, as you guys know. And whenever you have problems, it's always because two people have not spoken to each other.
Totally. Yeah.
Not because there's actually an issue. Yeah. And if that happens 3 or 4 times, all of a sudden, something which is a 5-minute phone call, or could have been a 5-minute phone call, becomes something which can cause some serious issues for the clients at the end of the day. So having this kind of setup where everything is in-house, smooth, slick, means that ultimately the delivery, the package of delivery to the client at the end is really, really good. And we don't have those issues of communication because, we're all professionals, we're all good at our job. So if you have that kind of cohesion between the 3 steps, which are separate, distinct steps, but obviously all work together as a whole, I think that's really effective. And it has proved to be so for the last year. So.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
We're all accountable, aren't we, as well? I think it's the main thing, isn't it? So, without your leg working, we can't do our bits, yours and vice versa, us and vice versa. So we all know that, we all own our duties, and good job done.
100%. Fantastic. So with the Property Hub, we want to be doing videos, every 2 weeks, should we say? Or something like that?
Sounds
every
good.
2 weeks or so, we'll do a quick catch up. So I think ultimately, we will talk about anything that you guys want to hear about. So whether it's... what's happening with mortgage, any new rates that are out, what's happening with stamp duty, what's happening with help to buy scheme, what's happening with the property market in general. We can talk about sales, rentals, anything at all. I think if you comment below, let us know what you want to hear about, and we can talk about it, can't we?
Absolutely.
We'll put the details for everybody in the video as well. We'll get Elliot to do that, so it will have everyone's details. So if you want to contact Charles or Phil direct for any advice or to instruct them for a smooth transaction, by all means do so. Anything else you guys want to add?
Long live the Property Hub.
Long live the Property Hub. Absolutely. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Take care.